Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for joining me today. The background it's a little different, isn't it? You might recognize it, at least some of you. This is the house back in California. Currently back in California, having a little trip back to see the family. You know, since it's around that time for Thanksgiving, hell, the time this video is going to be coming out, it probably is going to be Thanksgiving. But regardless, and also you might be able to tell over here, I have a tube sock on my microphone. Sorry for the microphone wiggle. Gotta have some sort of pop filter because we're gonna be doing something real special today. Instead of doing the normal roasting videos in which I used to do, I'm going to do something completely new, something unique, something that has not been done before, at least to my knowledge. No, what we are going to be doing today is we are going to be reading a Discord fable, and if you don't know what a Discord fable is, then I am gonna tell ya. A Discord fable is pretty much a fable that I have crafted that has happened in my Discord server. Basically, think of it as Discord lore at this point if you so desire. They are notable events that happen in the Discord's history that are categorized and then made into a story to help reflect some of the more crazy shit that's happened in there. And oh, I've got some stories for you. Oh, trust me, they're just fucking fantastic. A quick disclaimer, by the way, these stories are written from my perspective, so any biases that I do have, I try to halt, but they may show through at certain points. I did the best that I could, and also, I do not intentionally go out to try to witch hunt people, so if you know the people that I'm talking about in these stories, please do not go out and witch hunt them. Even if I did at the time, I do not condone you doing it. So, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, let us get into the first Discord fable. Ladies and gentlemen, once more to reiterate, if you do know who I am speaking of in these stories, please do not go out of your way to witch hunt them. Remember, these are stories, so they are events that have happened in the past, and though I am bringing them up, I do wish for them to remain in the past. Just think of this almost as a history lesson for the Discord. And also, I do know that I have created a story already for Amber, but this is to serve as a replacement as it is much more well written instead of just coming from the top of my head. So, ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, this is the tale of Amber and Talia. Enjoy. Chapter 1. A New Viewer and Her Friend. In the later days of 2015 and the beginning of 2016, I used to stream quite frequently on a site known as FriendLife. The site itself was a mixture of Facebook and Twitch, and, well, at the time could only be described as something similar to the Wild West, in that people were incredibly vicious and less than legal things would happen on there from time to time. This site, though, would lay the foundation of my live streaming career, and in doing so, I would meet many people with differing backgrounds and personalities. One such person you, the reader, will come to know will be named Amber. Amber bumped her way into my stream one day, and her personality was bubbly and friendly, unassuming and joyful. She would always join when I would stream, and she would interact with the stream, and in time, she would find her way into the first Discord. Her level of interaction pushed even further when she did join, and shortly after her arrival, Amber decided to let me in on a friend of hers named Talia. Now you see, Talia was special. She had a form of breast cancer that was slowly killing her. Amber let me know of this poor girl's terminal illness and how I had apparently saved her life with my kind words on stream. That she was apparently contemplating on killing herself due to the lack of hope she felt. I was overjoyed by learning this and wanted her to join the server so I could meet her myself. Amber obliged my request after a short amount of time, and Talia was given access to the server. Now, to put some perspective on what Talia was like, I would describe her as a little feisty, and that's putting it lightly. She did not care what she said and who it affected, as long as it was protecting those she cared about, and when Amber invited Talia, she mentioned that Talia did not have a microphone, so she wouldn't be able to talk with the rest of us on voice. That really sucked, but we dealt with it. We thought nothing of this and continued as normal, and very quickly Talia became well acquainted with the server and its inhabitants. She even got in a small relationship with one of my then mods named Bugs Bunny, and despite her illness, almost all was fine for a certain amount of time at least. But little did we know what was to come. Chapter 2. A Kind Gesture. Talia wasn't getting any better, and as 2016 continued its march, Talia's condition began to degrade. And as a community and friends, all of us in the Discord wanted to do something so that we could hear Talia before her time came. We put together a plan that would allow all of us to communicate with Talia via voice. This plan would come to be known as a charity livestream. Our goal was to raise at least $20 on stream so that we could afford to get Talia a headset that had a microphone. And without going too deep into the events of the livestream, as they weren't really all that noteworthy, the payoff was actually exactly what we were looking for. In total, we received around $25 in donations in one livestream, which was fucking awesome. This amount was all that we needed to get Talia the headset and send it to her. All of us overjoyed that we would have the chance to hear Talia, especially Amber, as most of this was revolving around her, though, since she was the voice of Talia at the time. Now, don't get me wrong, Talia would type, but not an exceptional amount. It was mainly Amber that did most of the talking for Talia and conveyed how she felt. In preparation to send Talia the headset, Justine and I went to work putting together a really nice little care package with special handwritten notes and poems, all of which took about a day to put together. We thought surely this, coupled with the headset, would undoubtedly make Talia's day. Chapter 3. Amber's Screwup. Now, all that was left to do was to wait about a week for the headset to make its way over to me. I decided to send it to myself so we could add the notes and letters into the package itself, so she would get everything all at once. This, right here, this is what saved our asses in the end. As we waited for everything, everything did proceed as normal on Discord. Bugs and Talia were quite happy together, but Amber seemed to be a bit more aggressive with her flirting, saying very, very lewd things to Justine and myself, things that I will not repeat on here. And weirdly enough, Talia joined in, but not when Amber did. And you see, this is where things become kind of strange. Talia and Amber, they were never on at the same time. They would always hop on after one another, and with short times in between their log on and log off times. We never really thought much of this, and we cared little for how aggressive Talia was with her flirtation. I mean, Jesus Christ, who's going to tell a dying girl that she has to stop? Obviously wasn't gonna be us. We obviously weren't gonna be the ones to do that, so you're probably expecting to know how Amber screwed herself here. It wasn't with the flirting, but with how one day, before the headset arrived, Talia jumped into voice and spoke. Her voice was dry and raspy. She spoke little and did so quickly. This shocked all of us, and how she was able to speak. Amber then explained once Talia muted herself that the hospital Talia was in had a spare set of headphones, and that they were willing to let her borrow them so she may speak with her friends. All of us in the server were overjoyed by this. I mean, we could speak to this girl now that at this point we never thought that we'd have a chance to do so. Bugs took full advantage of this, and the two had long drawn-out conversations. Kind of makes me gag thinking about it. This new turn of events did not dissuade us from sending the headset, though, as we still wanted to give her a gift. Now, allowing Talia to speak is what saved our bacon in the end, as we didn't think much of it, but a friend of ours that we will keep the name of under wraps mentioned something weird to Justine and I. To try to quote the person, they said something along the lines of this: "This is sketchy. Those two sound very similar, and why are they never on at the same time?" And these words reverberated with Justine and I. We contemplated and came to the conclusion that our friend was right. The coincidences were very strange, and they did send red flags. We then seeked out the trusted ones in the server at the time and brought to light this new revelation. Our think tank washed the idea around and thought that something was really, really off after we contemplated. But how could it be? I mean, who the fuck would fake having cancer? Chapter 4. The Confrontation. Now, we could not just rush into confronting Amber about this. No, we needed proof. And that proof would come in the form of Amber and Talia talking side by side. Talia did speak, but it wasn't often. And when she did, it was usually short and sweet. Amber spoke decently often, but we knew getting the two of them on here at the same time, it wouldn't happen, it was impossible. So, we had to set a trap. I set off recording snippets of Amber speaking, and over time, we coerced Talia into speaking as well. I then took the two of them and put them side by side in a video that I made public. Now, I'll let you guys see the video right here, so you can see what the voices sound like together.
Isn't that what he said? I just can't, honestly. I've been messaging her all day, though. I said, if you want to kiss me, I got 4 cheeks. Pick one. And I can't personally do that to myself after I just did it with a child. So this is actually how my voice sounds. Freaking Cat told me to come here, and now she's not in here.
In watching that video, it was clear to tell that the two were actually one. Amber was Talia. Just with a higher-pitched voice and a slight scratch to it. This revelation baffled us and left us all seething in anger. All we could see was red, but now the question was, how do we confront Amber? Crimson wanted to spearhead this confrontation, but being greedy, I took the initiative, as this was personal. Being used in this matter not only angered me, but deeply hurt me. I mean, again, who the hell would pretend to have cancer? I contacted Amber personally, telling her that I was making a very nice memorial video for Talia, and that I wanted her to watch the beginnings of it. The video in question was the one that you just watched, and she proceeded to watch, and before she could make it to even 10 seconds, she immediately disappeared. This was the confession of guilt that I needed, that we all needed. Now, getting Amber to come back was not easy. Playing the fool, I kept asking why she ran so quickly. This whole server then joined the effort of bringing her back. All the while, Talia was nowhere to be seen. Amber did eventually come back, but only in a private chat. Now, I can type to you how it went from here, but I have a video of the confrontation, and that will do more justice than typed words ever could. So, here you go.
Hi.
Why'd you just leave like that?
I don't know.
What?
Cat, come back up here.
What?
No. I want to talk to you. Cat, come back up here. Cat, seriously?
Alright, Amber. Wait, you two sound kind of similar, though.
I know.
Wait, Justine actually said that you stepped in as Talia for a bit today, or something?
The thing is, so, what happened was, Talia only wanted to talk to bugs.
Mm-hmm.
That was the thing. And then everyone started talking to her, she freaked out, had a panic attack, and then everyone was so happy she really didn't want to disappoint you guys. And I felt kind of bad.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, I didn't want to lie to you like that. I felt really bad.
Amber? Amber. You still there?
Yeah.
Amber, I can smell a fucking liar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, look, Amber, you're Talia. Admit it. Crimson, Justine, and Kat want to rip you apart. I am beyond pissed off. But I'm staying very calm. I'm twitching and shaking right now. Amber, why did you perpetuate this lie?
I'm not the person to sit here and be called a liar.
You are a fucking liar, Amber. Chapter 5. The Aftermath. Amber ran without admitting guilt, but the fact that she ran to begin with was enough. Everyone that watched the video a little bit more satisfied, but only marginally so. Amber never left the server, but she did vacate her presence for a good month before she came back trying to explain herself. Most of this conversation taking place in DMs, which I sadly do not have anymore, but the conversation was mainly back and forth as to why she did it, and her responding with how she will not be accused of something she did not do. But over time, she broke. Her resolve diminished, and a confession was made. She apparently made the whole thing up, just so she could raise money for her grandmother. She wanted to buy her Nan a new wheelchair. Now, I want you to think to yourself, the question is, how the hell are you going to buy a goddamn wheelchair with a set of $20 headphones? It ain't gonna fucking happen. Wheelchairs are much more expensive than that. At this point, we had already contacted her family, letting them know of what she had done. We attacked her social life, and we were still bloodthirsty. We knew that Amber was a pathological liar and that she would probably do the same thing to another group of people. It was at this point that she left the server and fled to Friend Life for refuge, hiding behind her small following. She streamed on there regularly and had amassed a small group of viewers, and upon learning this, a full-on witch hunt ensued. Still seeing red, I wanted her off of the site. She was cancer incarnate in my eyes, and seeing her cut out was the best solution to me. We flooded her chat, and quickly turned her own lackeys against her. We went to her page and attacked her, even getting a few other streamers to join us as we did so, our rage being sated as insults, accusations, and profanity were slung with force right back at her, and with time, she fully vacated the site and left the public eye. The scars of her deceit remained forever scorched upon my community, but with time we moved on, and this story went down in legend as the tale of Amber and Talia. Now, the question is, to this day, on October 31st, 2017, where is Amber? Where's Amber gone? Is she still around? Epilogue. Where is Amber now? Now, you must be wondering if Amber is still around. That would be my first question, and the answer may disappoint. To my knowledge, she is no longer active on any sites. Her last known whereabouts are on YouNow, and I must say that you can go and look for her if you wish, but as stated earlier, I do not condone witch hunts even if I conducted my own. If you find her, do not attack her. I am no longer on bad terms with Amber, but the memories of what she has done will live on in those that are still around. Her deceit, her lies, and her lack of control will go down in legend. And Amber, if you ever read this, never forget what you did. Do not fabricate such a terrible story just to gain at the expense of others, regardless of your cause. It is not right to piggyback off the kindness of others. Thank you for listening.